good afternoon, good evening, everybody all around the world. Welcome to my business page. Good morning, Mr. Debra.
Good
The
morning.
time now, the time now is 11 a.m. from you, and this is 11 p.m. from me. Nice to meet you here, and I'm so very, very lucky and excited to become one of the members in our global online community. And this is an opportunity to speak with you from other continent. And
Yeah.
what is the weather like from you,
It,
Mr. Debra?
it's beautiful. It's a little overcast today, but it's still 30 degrees, so it's very warm. What's it like where you are? What's the temperature? Because you're in a warm country too.
Maybe 28 or 29 degrees centigrade. Yeah, it's nice here and it's a little cool. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And I'm Nhung. My name is spelled Nhung. From Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. And I'm here with Miss Debra, a special guest from Mexico. Okay.
Yeah.
Although Miss Debra is an elderly lady, but you are a very successful online entrepreneur in our community. Yeah, and today I am eager and happy to that you accept my invitation to my business page. You are my idol, and you
Oh,
inspire and encourage on the business owner in our community, and we highly admire you very much. And Miss Deborah. Yeah, first of all, you can share with us about your story, your background before joining this business, and when did you start your online business?
okay. So, first of all, I'm going to introduce myself to those who don't know me. My name is Deborah. I'm a
Deborah.
66 years old. I started
Oh,
this business when I was 60. And first and foremost, though, I'm a child of God. I'm a mother of 6, a grandmother of 19, and a great grandmother of 6. And I'm a successful online business owner, but that wasn't always the case. And the reason I started this business is because I was getting close to retirement age. And the position I had for many years in the downturn of 2015,
yeah.
the companies laid off their top paid employees. And I was amongst that 1,200 that was laid off that year. They eliminated our positions. And I was so confident that, I worked this for years. I'll be able to get another job, no problem. But I had to come to the realization that people don't want to hire people over the age of 60. So
Yeah.
I had to start looking for something else because I wasn't ready to sit in a rocking chair and do nothing. I still wanted to live because this was supposed to be my golden years starting. I was supposed to be able to travel and do all these things after you raise a big family and you work all your life. It was supposed to be my time to be able to do these things. And with not having a job, that wasn't going to happen because your pension is cut way down. And in Canada, unless you're fortunate enough to be working for a company when you retire to get a big pension, all you have is what you have in savings or your Canada pension and OAS, which is not much money. You can't survive, you can't travel, you sit in your home, you're lucky you can pay your rent or your mortgage. So, and most people can't. So they either have to move in with a child, become a burden on their family. I didn't want that to happen. I wanted to be self-sufficient. I wanted to be able to support myself, and I wanted to be able to do some of the things that I could still enjoy as I, progress in my years. So that is why I started looking online and I found this business. And I thank God every day that I found this business because it's something that has changed my life. It
Uh,
gave me the opportunity to be able to move to a warm country because I'm from Canada, and where I lived in Canada was very north in Canada and very cold. It would get minus 52 in the winter months. So I am very blessed to be able to do this online business and live in a nice warm country.
oh, that's awesome, lovely, and thank you very much your response. And what is your big why to start this business?
Because I wanted to be able to retire and still be able to support myself and be able to travel and, to do those things. I didn't want to, because a lot of people, if you don't have the income coming in to be able
Yeah.
to do things or to support yourself, that's why people die young, because they sit and do nothing. And I didn't want to do that. I like being active. I like doing things. I like, doing things with our church family and the group, and I like to travel, and I
Yeah.
wanted to be able to do those things. And that's why I started this business. I knew that this business would work. I knew it wasn't get rich quick, and I knew it was going to take time. So I was later in life starting it. I was 60 years old when I started this business, but if this business should be started, oh my gosh, I see the young families in this business starting now when they're younger and small children, and they can be home with their children. I wasn't. I worked all the time. I had children. So, it's something that I really enjoy seeing the younger people join in this business.
Uh, uh, at the age of your age, some people just stay at home and look after the grandchildren. Okay, yeah, you are very active and make our mind active. Not to forget something. Yeah,
Oh, I forget lots of things, but
yeah. We are very admire you so much from Vietnam. Yeah. And have you got any experience about online business before that?
nothing. I was an accountant, and
Yeah.
I worked on a computer 12 to 14 hours every day with my job. And
Uh,
but at the end of the day, I didn't want to learn social media or anything else. So when I started this business, I didn't even know how to put a picture on Facebook. And I had no idea what Instagram or Twitter or any of those names were. It was like, oh my goodness, what are those things? So, no, I had no experience whatsoever on doing social media, but I knew I could learn. And, I was slower than some of the younger people, but you know what? It doesn't matter because it works. The business works. And so what if I was a little slower? I'm supporting myself fully with this
yeah.
business, right? 100% with this business. And, I just got back from Canada not that long ago. I went there for a month to visit my family. And, you couldn't do those things without having some other source of income coming in or your children paying for it. And I didn't want my children supporting me, they
Yeah.
have their own families.
And you are a good mother and good grandmother
Oh, I
for
love my children and I love my
grandchildren to learn from. And at your eye, do you have any difficulties in applying technology in doing this business?
Well, it took me a little longer to learn, but I thank God for my 12-year-old grandson. He's 18 now, graduated from high school, but he was 12 at the time. And he's the one who showed me how to put a picture on Facebook. And he said, Grandma, anything you want to do on your computer, you Google it. You type the question in, exactly what you're looking for, and question mark. Like, how do I put a picture on Facebook? Question mark. And he said, your answer will come up. And it's so true. Anything that we want to learn, but we have a training program in our business that
Yeah.
it's video based. So you watch the video and you do it. You watch the video and you do it. It can't get any easier than that, right? But it took me a little longer than others, like I say, to get to the point where I could support myself. But it was worth every minute of it. And if I had to do it over again, I'd like to start when I was 20, because today, my whole family would be financially stable if I had started in a year earlier years, right? But, you can't turn back the page. The past is history now. We only have today and tomorrow. So, we move forward. So you start when you can. And that's what it was with me. I started when the need was there. And I wished I had started before the need was there, though, because when I started, I was broke. And it's hard to build a business being broke, right? So, there was quite a bit of struggle, but I overcame. And
Yes.
everybody in our business is there to support us and to guide us and to keep us up when we go down. In a job, I used to go in the mornings, and of course I worked in the oil sands and with a lot of men and mechanics and things. And I would go in the morning and I'd say, good morning. And, sometimes you get some colorful words and, it wasn't always positive. One thing about this business, which I absolutely love, everybody is positive.
Yeah, everybody should positive and believe in ourselves and believe in our system.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly.
And the first thing when you saw this ad about this business, do you think that this business is for you?
Oh, yeah. No, when I first looked at it, I knew it was for me. And I never thought, I never had my age in my mind, but this business is for everybody at every age group. But the first day that I watched that information session, that webinar, I knew this business would work, because being an accountant by trade, I could see the numbers. I understood about business, and I understood that, for people to go, because being an accountant, I completed a lot of income taxes and did a lot of books and, numbers for businesses, multi-million dollar businesses and mom and papa shops and, and just little small businesses. And I understood when I saw this business, I knew it would work, but I didn't know how or how long it was going to take me, because I knew that I had to learn social media, because they talked about, advertising on social media. And I thought, I've never done it. Like, it was something I didn't want to do. I was one of these people that kept duct tape over my camera thing on my computer because I thought somebody could see me. I was old school like that. And a lot of people my age had that feeling. But, when you learn the difference and learn how to do these things, this is probably the easiest thing I've done in my life. It's the most positive thing. And it's probably the easiest. I know you have learning to do, but it keeps your mind going, when you do the learning. And it's not like you have to write a test, you work at your own pace. So I was responsible for how quickly I earned money and how I, do my business. We are guided, and we have the training program, and it's like any other training program. If you go to school to become a doctor, a lawyer, a hairdresser, whatever it is, a mechanic or whatever it is you go to school to do, you start your training. Now, if you decide halfway through the training, oh, I don't want to do that, I just want to become a mechanic, or I just want to become a doctor, you don't do your training, it's not going to work very well for you, right? So, you just have to understand that there is a training to take, and it's video based. So if you can watch a video and read, and the reading's very small, the videos, explain everything to you. So if you can watch a video, you can see it on your own screen. It's amazing. We have the best training system there is, and we supply the whole system. They supplied the whole system for me. I didn't have to worry about getting this and getting that and getting this. That was all supplied. I walked into a system that all I had to do was do my training and plug into the systems. Everything there was there for me. So it was just a matter of me putting my time, my effort into learning how to do the business.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very lovely. That's very nice. And how long did it take you to learn the business online when you started?
Well, like I say, it took me a little longer because I had no idea about any type of social media. And also in the meantime, I had the big C. I was going through treatments my first year in the business. So, I'm going on my, about a year and a half, year and 3/4, my business kicked in. I got everything, up and going. I had everything going in the beginning, but
Yeah.
for me to become successful, that I could support myself, it took about that long. But everybody's different, and I don't like telling people how long it took me, because you could come in and take off right away, right? I was slower. I was going through health issues. I was going through treatments. I had to learn all about social media. So everybody is different. But
Yeah.
I put 110% into the business. I worked it full time. I didn't treat it as a hobby. I treated it as a business. And I would go to my office or, wherever you're comfortable at working, and I would do it. I would learn. I would spend my days learning and then implementing it, and spend my days learning and implement it. And that's what I did. And, like I say, I used to do franchises, and I compare this to a franchise, even though we're not a franchise. I compare it to a franchise. We don't have to pay that big dollar that people pay. People pay millions of dollars to buy a franchise, and it takes them 5 to 10 years ever to make a profit. And
Okay.
it worked 24/7. And one couple, I did their book work, and I, did their plan and stuff for them to purchase a franchise years ago, and they paid $1 million. And, they did it because they wanted to be home. They wanted to spend time together. They wanted to do things with their family. Well, when they did that, the franchise took them 24/7 because they didn't show a profit for over 5 years. One of them had to be there 24/7 because it was a business that was open 24/7. So, we're so blessed. You decide your hours. You decide, when and where you're going to work, because you can do it from anywhere in the world. And you determine how your success is going to be. Like, the people who I came through the business through, it's not their responsibility to make me successful. It's my responsibility. And, as we heard on our training last night, that was there for our whole business, that we have one, every week, they told us on there, one of the ladies speaking was saying, the person who started, Kentucky Fried Chicken or McDonald's and all those, they went years of failing and keeping going, failing and keeping going. That doesn't happen, people don't go years and years failing, because we have such an opportunity with our training that teaches us. But you have to do it. Nobody's going to make you do it. It's up to you.
Yeah. And you inspire me a lot. And I'm slow too. I'm a slow woman too. Yeah.
But it
The
will
first
happen.
thing,
It will happen. And the words never come out of my mouth. This won't work. I always said, this is going to work. I don't know how long it's going to take me, but it's going to work. It's going to happen. And it's true. You put all your time and effort into it, and then all of a sudden, boom, your business takes off. And at that point, you just keep putting that same time and effort into it and keep building it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And it gets to the point that you can't stop it. So you're going to earn money, whether you want to or not, right? So that's the benefit of this business, because you can build your business to the point that you have money coming in every month. Now, do you want to stop there? Of course not, because at my age, I want to build a legacy for my children and grandchildren, right?
Yeah.
Because I can will this business to them. Now, God forbid if anything should happen to me today, which it won't, because I'm going to live to be 120, still driving my car and doing my business. But anyways, I have it willed to my daughter. Now, she could step in and just survive off the money I have coming in every month now, or she can step in and build it bigger and better than I ever did. Right? That's the choice. And that's one of the things, too, that I love about this business.
Yeah, you are the mirror for everybody to continue to learn during the life. Okay. And how has your life been changed when you started business?
Oh my gosh. Well, I had my bank account was getting very low when I started this business because I couldn't find a job. But I mean, I totally support myself with this business. And it is such a nice feeling for people when your bills come, you can pay them. The bill comes, you pay it. The bill comes, you pay it. That is a blessing in itself. And, I'm living in Mexico. I'm living in a country of my dreams, someplace I always wanted to live because I love the weather. I love the people. I love the children. I love my church here. I love everything, about this place. And God has given me that opportunity, by sending me to this business to be able to do the things I want to do. And, this is a life changer for many people, because you work from your comfort of wherever you want to work, and you take it with you. You can travel, and we do a lot of traveling with our business by choice. You don't have to, but by choice, because you want to do these things. You want to go these places. You want to see the world, and don't wait till you're my age to do that. Like, start when you can and do the things that you want to do in life. Like, there's families that are in this business and they travel the world with their children. And I can't wait to see all their pictures when they're in these different countries. Their children are learning the culture of all the different countries by actually being there and living there. Their children are so well educated. They do homeschooling, but they educate them by traveling the world.
Yeah. And
It's amazing.
the children and the grandchildren, they have their own personalities, their own work, and you when we are older and we need some financial to support ourselves.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And in order to do this business, one of the biggest thing for our Vietnamese pupils is the English language barrier.
Yes, and
Do you think language can prevent people from gaining their dream?
no, not a bit, because they're working right now on translating, to Spanish and to French and a couple of other languages right now. The company is working on translating. But with Google Chrome, you can add the Google Translator to your Google Chrome platform. I have it on here so that I have any of the documents that I get are in Spanish, it will translate it to my language. And there's hundreds of languages on there, so you can translate it to your language. And even on the videos, there's a part of the translator that you can put on subtitles so it comes in your language, right? So this business is so easy. It doesn't matter your language, because you're going to be building your business in your country, right?
Yeah.
And to do
That is one of the biggest. Yeah, one of the biggest of the Vietnamese people here have the English language barriers. Yeah,
yeah.
and why do we need a coach or a mentor in the community to support the?
As soon as you register, the first step in this business, we all got started the exact same way. We're all equal in this business. Nobody is better than anybody else in this business. We're all God's children, and we're all at the same level. We start the same way. We register on, like everybody would come in and register on your website there, the NHUNG, happywisdom.com. They would register there and watch an information session. That's the webinar. That's how every one of us started, exactly the same way. And we watched that, and that 90-minute information session is going to give them enough information for them to know if this business is something they want to pursue or not. Then we ask them at the end, if you want more information, pay $149. Now, the reason we asked for that is because we want serious people that want to build this business, right?
Yeah.
We don't want somebody coming in and just, maybe I do, maybe I don't. We want serious people that are looking for a life change, that want a business, right? So we send them another 2.5 to 3 hours of videos, and then we give them 30 days. You have 30 days from the time you paid that $149. If this is something you feel after you watch more information, because we send you an ongoing emails with more information, we send you like the 2.5 to 3 hours more videos about the business. We send you links so you can look. You can do all your research to find out if this is from you from that. If it, before the 30 days is up, you decide it's not for you, we'll give the $149 back. We don't want to keep their $149, right? And there's no monthly, we don't pay a monthly fee to be a part of this business. Once you pay that $149 and then you decide it is for you and you book your coaching call, you are assigned a coach right then and there. You have a coach, you have a mentor and a coach, and you're put into a whole group of people where you can ask questions constantly. If you can't get a hold of your mentor and coach because, they may be busy or whatever, then you can ask your question in the private chat groups. Everybody gets your questions answered. And I tell people, if you put your question in, you don't get an answer right away, and the chat is rolling, put it in again. Put it in again until you get an answer, right? So, because sometimes people are busy or they're talking about a different subject and it rolls. But, everybody gets their answer and we all work together. It doesn't matter if we're financially tied together or not. We all work together because we want everybody to succeed.
Yeah. When people pay in $149 and in 30 days they don't agree with the don't feel suitable with this business and can require the refund. So the people don't lose nothing. Don't lose anything. Okay. The chef is that there is no risk here. No,
you get nothing to lose. And, people want to move forward. We have many options of ways for people to start. And that's their choice. That's not something we say, you got to do this, you got to do that. You got to get started and you got to get started. Nothing will work unless you get started, right? Nothing's going to change unless you move forward in your life. It's like me sitting here saying, oh, I've got to go and pay my bills. I got to go pay my bills. Well, you know what? If I don't get up off my butt and go and actually pay them, it's not going to get paid. Well, this business is the same. If you don't do what you need to do, it won't happen, right?
Yeah.
It's not like you take a magic wand and say, oops, I'm in business now and I've got a successful business. No, I got to do my due diligence, learn the business, and do what I need to do. So, and it's...
And what advice can you give to the audience on my business page?
You know what? Just register on Noam's business page. Register on her website. Check it out. Watch that 90-minute information session and see if it's for you or not. And like I say, if you can't speak English, then you make sure you get the add-on that you can put on your add-on to put subtitles on everything they're saying in your language. So, check it out. Don't sit back and wait and wonder in a year's time. Like, I had a lady join our business 2 weeks ago. She had registered in 2017. And she just nicely became a business partner. And she kept saying, oh, I wished I had done this when I first saw it. I wished I had done. And I said, you know what? Yesterday is history. We can't change that, right? Yesterday is history. Anything that happened prior to right this moment is history. We can't change anything about that. right? We can only start today and move forward. So we can't look back and have regrets on anything we do in our life. We just move forward now. So you make your decision and you move forward. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much for your taking time to do this interview with me today.
You're welcome.
And let me see who. No. Okay, that's all. No question here. And thank you very much, Miss Debra.
Thank you
Debra.
for inviting me.
And
It blessed me.
yeah, it's 30 minutes past. The time is so fresh. The time is money. The time is so fresh. And whether the registers or not, it's a time you will be passed. Okay. Yeah, and thank you once again. Thank you very much for your come here to interview with you. And bye.
Bye. God bless.
Have a good
in all you do.
have a good lunch. Okay. Bye, bye,
Bye.
Goodbye.